Good afternoon. I'm glad to be able to be with you again this afternoon. And as we come to this time in our class, it's always a sad time and a glad time. I know that you will be glad to be able to have your paper done and complete this study of culture. I'm having some interesting problems here, so now I think we're ready to go. Um, as we think about this class, I just want to say that I have enjoyed having you as students, and it's been an interesting learning experience for me. Uh, while it's not the first time that I've taught the class, it is the first time that uh, I've met with you. And so, as we uh, come to the conclusion, I want to thank you for your participation, but I also want to say thank you for the things that you've taught me as we've worked together. One of the things I hope that you have picked up from me is I have a strong passion for local church ministry and a passion to walk with the Lord. And so I pray that you will take that with you as you proceed on through your studies at Moody Distance Learning and through life. As we um, think about this final paper, it really is combining. You started with a demographic study of your community and of your church, and then your interview of your pastor, and then the interview of congregants in the church. And as you did that, you kept learning more and more that relates back to the textbook material that we read, the videos that we watched, and all of those things. It's very helpful uh, in the theory and then the practical aspects of it. And so as you come to this final paper for week 8 and the final paper for the class, I want to urge you to carefully study those uh, guidelines, those 8 guidelines that are in the weekly assignments, that you follow them because they're crucial. Uh, and then as you put together this 10 to 12 page paper, uh, MLA style again, and works cited page, I want to urge you to think about sitting down and now interacting with your pastor or a member of the leadership board and discuss some of the things that you've learned and observed as you have specifically worked on this project. Notice that it is to include some interaction in your paper with what you have read, what you've listened to, even perhaps something from your discussion board, so that it is not just shooting from the hip what I think, but it is a very quality academic paper. I also want to encourage you to complete the evaluations of the course. That's so important. Now, there's one place that you can do that in the discussion uh, post. There is a place where you can post questions and then post uh, concerns about the course structure. Also, a place where you can do that anonymously. So I encourage you to take advantage of that because leadership at Moody Distance Learning is highly committed to being the quality distance learning institution in the nation, both comparison with secular as well as with Christian education. That's a high commitment. Best practices is a matter that they talk about much. But also, you receive notification about doing um, evaluations, and I think you get notified about that until you turn it in. But I encourage you to do that. It helps both me as it relates to being the best quality teacher I can be, but it also relates to some perceptions about the course that are very important. So one of the pushbacks that I've gotten in reading the papers to this point has been on the question related to what I liked least about the church, and I appreciate your perspectives on that. I listened, and it became another aspect of me learning to think culturally broader than what the questions reveal. And so I've been thinking about that question, and I'm going to put this in print for you, but to change that question to a question that would be something like this: if you could change 2 or 3 things about our church, what might you suggest? And then that takes off some of the onus of saying something that you think somebody else in the group might disagree with. So that's what we're up to. I hope our paths cross again in the future. And if they don't, I'll see you on the other side. God bless you and keep walking with the Lord.